Hello and welcome back to Armful Plays. I think we've talked to everybody on the castle now. In the castle now. Or do we need anybody? Oh, we still need Dorian. Where is Dorian? Let's go find Dorian. I think we still need Dorian. I think we've talked to everybody but Dorian at this point. Let's just find out where Dorian is. Dorian. But yeah, it's been 2 days since I recorded last. And I've been playing a lot of multiplayer with you guys. Well, some of you guys. 2 of you guys, to be exact. And I was thinking of doing I might as well make this a half announcement that after this video goes up, there will probably be a stream on Twitch. And you can come join me there, and it will be multiplayer Mass Effect 2, or Mass Effect 3, I mean, and probably some multiplayer Mass Effect or Dragon Age Inquisition as well. I'm attempting again, and hopefully you guys will join me, and it will be fun. So that's something to look forward to. And it won't be a long stream. It will only be for like 2 hours, 3 hours. But please come join me by all means. It should start as soon as this video goes up, or well, I'll give it till an hour after this video goes up. And then you can come join me and it'll be fun. Hopefully. Alright. That was just to get that out of the way. Let's see. Of course, to any of you watching this after the fact, sorry. Putting that random announcement in here. Where did we put Dorian?
Thank you.
I feel like I saw him on the map and then he was gone. That was weird. Black Wall Merchant, Fast Travel, Iron Ball, Sarah, Fast Travel, Cassandra, Vivian, Warwick, Dorian, somewhere over here. Dorian. Somewhere over in that end. That was Solus. So, upstairs, I guess? Maybe? Colin! It's also been a while since we talked to Colin. Let's talk to Colin then.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. Therenfall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Are you angrier at Corypheus or Samson?
I don't know. Samson at least should know better. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Okay. But how are you?
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Cullen, if this can kill you...
It hasn't yet. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Okay. That is, yeah, I guess that would make sense. So they can't actually detox from lyrium. It's not like with, it's not like with normal narcotics. Or herbal narcotics, or however you would put it. But what about mages and lyrium? Why do they not get the same effect?
Really,
Is it
isn't
because
it?
they use it with the magic?
One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
The attack was unexpected. We're all rattled.
I'm not rattled. I'm the hero of this tale.
No, you're a bit rattled.
Why isn't Corypheus after you?
Good point. Does that make me a lackey? That's dangerous work. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
We only know what Corypheus claims to be.
True. He might be a convincing liar, or delusional, or insane. But how many delusional maniacs are going to have that knowledge? He broke open the Fade. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere.
And there probably still is, dude.
It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again.
Well, then let's kill them and be done with
No
it.
one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
That attitude must be why they kicked you out of the Imperium.
They didn't kick me out? Well, only because they never got around to it. Eventually, they might have. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
That's good.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Am I trying to outsass Dorian, or is Dorian trying to outsass me? Because he's doing a poor job of it. Can't sass this.
You made Alexius
That was my.
I wish you'd just killed him. He was a decent man.
Left, right, left.
He deserved
Snap.
to keep his dignity.
I'm not very good at it.
Run into him.
There's not camera, so I don't know why I did it.
It would be more than I could handle.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Yes, do you use a catapult?
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Just how often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic are two different things.
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous. Using your own blood or that of a willing participant, what's the harm? The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once, their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. And most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise. And then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along. Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
Fucking Tevinter Imperium.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I'll try. Well, maybe one here or there.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes?
That would be it,
I
yes.
should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You rebelled for good reason.
I knew you, of all people, would understand. Huh. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you are no doubt well aware.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
That's true.
I'll leave you to it.
Before you go, Inquisitor, a question.
Yeah, sure.
In Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
It's just that I knew his father, Marek, back when I was a warden.
You want me to smooth things over with him? Introduce you?
No, it's too late for that. I only wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.
That is, considering I know she's his mother, because I was told in the comments, that is really depressing. Alright, let's see if I have any research to turn in. Oh, I did. Sweet. Alright, let's find Liliana, sorry. Examine. What's this? On the condition of your charges, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmoobles II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. I had to have a bolt installed and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news. I've managed to discourage Bulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Felician from two doors over has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She's quite delightful and Schmoobles too is fond of her. I suspect it's because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago. An agent of one of the Blancards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets, I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the bunkhouse about their spies. All I had to do was put Smoobles 2 in his face and tell me that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Gardner to take over Northkeep in Captain Jack Sparrow. Alright. I'm guessing that's the pet Nug we gave her in Origins.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
I suppose we will.
Anything I should know?
I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven should Corypheus or his lackeys return. So far nothing, and the breach has been quiet for some time. There is something at least.
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of Hack for Plays. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join next time for more shenanigans. Until then, bye!